Hi, I'm Jim Sacco, sports columnist and online blogger here at the News Virginia. Coming at in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, I'm Jim Sacco, sports columnist here at the News Virginia, and this is the Sports Desk, Augusta County's only weekly webcast that talks about nothing, absolutely nothing, but local high school sports. Joining me today is one of those local high school sports reporters, Corine Gatti. Corine, how are you doing today?
That was a really great introduction.
Yeah, well,
Such passion.
I'm great. What can I tell you?
Let's talk about passion.
Exactly. and when I think passion, I think of the chanting, the cheering, the costumes that can only come with one sport and one sport only. That is soccer. So let's talk soccer, Corinne. You've been covering buku amount of soccer.
Yes.
One of the teams you saw was Saturday. That was Riverhead's girls, a team that's won. I mean, we can sit here and guess how many straight Shenandoah District titles they won, but it's been plenty. Completely hammered Strasburg, 11-0. Talk a little about this match. I mean, was it just Strasburg, the Rams, overmatched, or are the Gladiators that good?
Okay, you know, the Rams were missing several of their seniors and their starters that day. I believe it was 7. So they were kind of behind the ball to begin with. And they're coming against a loaded gun. And it was just, they were totally outmatched. And this is the first year that the Rams have had a girls soccer team.
That's right. They used to actually have girls on their it was actually kind of co-ed. They had 1 or 2 girls on their boys' teams in the past. The Holmes Tarani's really built up a nice dynasty up there. Really the epitome of a soccer coach, in my opinion.
You know, if you go to his website, if you guys have a chance, go to the website, and he just has a list of very affirmations that he uses and tells the girls to look at and to read. And that's what he bases everything on, positive, to be positive, and character building. So they're reaping the benefits, and it doesn't hurt that they got a lot of seniors on their team.
It does not, certainly does not. You know, they got players like Olivia D'Amico, who's a heck of a player, the Shomo sisters, who are phenomenal. Really, their big thing was this year was replacing their goaltender, was Mary Williams, who was just absolute phenomenal goaltender, graduated last year. Doesn't seem to be a problem if they're pitching shutouts back and forth. Hey, let's jump over to boys a little bit. Depending on who you talk to or not, you could call this a surprise. You can call it not a surprise. You can call it whatever you want. But Stewart's draft comes to Waynesboro Monday night. In boys soccer, everyone's been lauding Stewart's draft. 10 or 11 seniors on this team, a lot of experience, a very family-like team. They come into Waynesboro, and a really young Little Giant squad with only 4 seniors takes care of business 4-1 against the Cougars.
Well, look what happened in the district game, man. They dominated Harrisonburg. And Coach Mikey said, I think we mentioned it on the webcast last week, that, you know, that was a true testament of his team is really growing and building themselves up to the fight off the draft. And it's a surprise. It is. It's a surprise to me.
Really? See, I don't think it's a surprise, because really Waynesboro boys soccer over the course of 4 or 5 years has really earned a lot of respect. In the Then Valley district, that was 9 teams. I think it's pretty obvious that coming into the 5-team district, they had to be the favorite. But however, you know, Stewart's draft came in with 10 or 11, 12 seniors, so you got to give them a little bit of a nod too. But testament to Coach Chris Loomis out at Stewart's draft, he's always said, despite all the media hype surrounding his team, he's always said, hey, we're in the same district as Waynesboro.
He always says it.
Yeah, you know, he's well aware. This Waynesboro team, you look down the roster, 4 seniors. He's got, Mikey's got 2 goalkeepers to choose from. One's a sophomore, I believe, is Jose Cruz. The other's a junior, in Sam Krickenberger.
Cruz is his star. He said that from the beginning. That's his star.
Yeah, but he's splitting time with 2 goalkeepers. That's a phenomenal problem to have.
It's not a bad deal. No, it's not a bad deal, and they're going with it. And we can look at the numbers.
You know, I asked Mikey, or we asked Mikey to talk about his team, and we basically said we're a solid ball club, and it really proves to be, well, it's proving, you know, that they're a solid ball club. Let's jump over to the Waynesboro girls. You saw them pick up a win over Spotswood late last week. Here's another young team. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, and a freshman goalkeeper on this team. What are you seeing in this?
I'm telling you, this goaltender, she's phenomenal, and he is. The coach is really, he's behind her 100%. He's like, she's going to be one of my better keepers. So he's really excited about that. And it took a while. These girls, because they're young, took a while. You know, when they get out of the gate, they're very kind of disoriented. They don't pass, and that was the main thing. He's like, we have to pass the ball, and when they did, they won.
Passing obviously equals goals.
Yeah.
One thing you're going to get with Waynesboro Girls Soccer is Robin Hersey is a very, very patient yet demanding coach. But the key word there is he's patient. If he's got a young team, he knows to sit back, let them do their thing, and slowly get them going along. Overall thoughts on soccer in the area, since this is your first spring season in the area, did you think coming into it soccer would be this competitive in the Shenandoah Valley?
I didn't think it would be this interesting, no. These kids have a lot of heart and passion, and that's why I like to be, put on those beats. And yeah, I'm growing.
Growing. Soccer is growing on people. It seems to work in the valley. Hey, we got a whole spring left. A lot of these races should come down to the wire. I gotta like Buffalo Gap girls as well. We just got to touch on them a little bit. They called in their score last night. They're 5-0 now. A lot of familiar names. Brittany Roberts in the goal, who is a phenomenal defensive player for the Group A Division I state champion girls basketball team. Sarah Lemneck scored a goal last night with the assist from Bakken. Familiar names out there at Gap, par usual, when you come to sports. So these races are to come down to the wire. You got to watch Riverheads, you got to watch Buffalo Gap, and in the Southern Valley, you got to watch on the boys' side. You got to watch Stuart Straft and Waynesboro. And Waynesboro's definitely got the foot up, but like Mikey said, next time we got to go play there. Hey, that's it for me. How about you?
Oh, do you want to talk about Waynesboro girls softball?
Sure. Let's talk about Waynesboro girls softball.
Why don't we?
Let's talk. Hey,
Since I just saw it, it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, it's fresh. She covered the game the other day. Hey, this team up 5-0 with their ace on the mound, Brittany Siren. You blink your eyes. Next thing you know, Stuart Straft's coming out with a 10-6 win. What happened out there yesterday?
I think Siren was just getting tired. She's the go-to girl. She's the go-to player. She is it. There's no reliever. There's nothing. She is it. And I think she was really getting tired towards the middle of the game. But another thing, they cut down on the errors. The Giants cut down on their errors, but they started to pick them up again yesterday. And I think that's when they lost their momentum. That really hurt them. But I got to say, from the first time I saw them at their game opener at home, I mean, tell you, they have really improved as far as their bats are hotter. They're not making as many mistakes in the field. They're working more as a cohesive unit. However, they did lose. That's a big number.
And let's talk about Stuart Straft. Here's a team that really desperately needed a win.
Yeah.
And through the course of that game, you saw them cut down on their errors as well. The first 3 innings that I was out there watching, it was like every other play. A Cougar was dropping the ball. There's an overthrown ball. Obviously, they cut down on those errors late in the game to pull out the win. Hey, that's all for me. That's all for Corine. I'm Jim Sacco, and I just said that's Corine Gatti. And we'll see you next week on the Sports Desk. Hi, I'm Jim Sacco, host of the Sports Desk here at the News Virginian. We're going to do this once a week, and we need to know what you like, what you don't like, and also we need questions from you. So you email us at sports@newsvirginian.com, and we'll see what we can do about getting those questions answered. And also, if you tell us why you think you belong on camera, maybe you can join us for a week.